Hello beautifuls, welcome back to my Chanel. I have been on a personal journey when it comes to my idea of style. As you can probably tell over the last year, I also have had a little bit of a glow up. I don't quite know how that's happened. I've just become more myself, I think. Now, if you are a fan of problematic TV shows, there was a show on BBC Three which used to actually be a TV channel back in the day. Now it's just digital only.
Do you think these gonna pay my mortgage? I've got money!
You're watching the BBC.
Although apparently due to the success of Drag Race, it might be actually becoming a terrestrial television programme again. There was a show called SNOG MARRY AVOID, and the premise of this show was basically that. They would find someone who looked a particularly extreme in a specific sense of that word, whether that's they wear too much fake tan, or they have too many hair extensions, or they wear false eyelashes, or something like this, or they have fun coloured hair, or piercings, or tattoos, or something like this, and would also get members of the public to judge them whether they would snog them, marry them, or avoid them completely. And it's weird. It's a really weird concept for a show that I kind of feel like we wouldn't really stand for now. Interestingly enough, I was actually asked to be on this show many years ago when it must have been back in 2008, 2009, something like that. And yes, that is me. And I was like, absolutely not. You are not going to get me on this show and tell me I look hideous. However, I have known people to go on this show. There have been people in my friend circles and previous friend circles who have gone on this show. And today we're going to be looking at a couple of clips because I haven't seen this show in about, gosh, it must be about 9 years now, maybe even 11 years. So we're going to watch a couple of clips today across a range of people that they have brought onto the show to lambast with their ideas of cultivated beauty, take somebody extreme looking, make them under, and present them as a normal person back into society. But they wouldn't ever look traditional or normal, they just look like they've fallen through a river island headfirst backwards, in that very unusual farmer chic that was in 2010. But, without further ado, my lovelies, let me pop in my orangualier. Is it this one? It is. Oh, spicy woman. Pop it in this one as well, and let's watch a couple of clips. So the first clip we're going to be watching today is titled, Danny GoGo loves his Nicki Minaj style. Would you snog, marry, or avoid? Let's go.
Hi, I'm Danny GoGo, I'm 19 and I'm from Brighton, woo!
I mean,
my look
a little
is
bit
very
tan,
bright,
maybe, but
vibrant, tarty and very attention-seeking.
Tarty.
I just can't stop looking at myself. I'm so
Me back when I lived in Brighton. Look at this. Tarty, absolutely tarty. Oh, I think he's fun. Why are you going to make him look like some ordinary, boring person? Ugh.
What I love most about my look is my pink hair. This pink hair has got me a lot of attention. When I walk down the street, all eyes are on me. Nicki Minaj.
Hi, fake tan time. Woo!
My mum absolutely hates doing my fake tan.
I've been doing Danny's tan for about 2 years, since he's become a bit vain.
I want it darker, put it darker.
I'd rather
I mean, okay, if you're gonna do fake tan, you should probably learn to do it on yourself. But also, the thing with these things is, it's a TV show. Like, I don't know if he actually legitimately thinks that he's Nicki Minaj, or that he's been, like, goaded to say that by, like, TV producers. Especially when they're just, like, sitting in the room being like, yeah, go on, say you're Nicki Minaj. Yeah, say you love Nicki Minaj. Yeah, go on. Because TV producers can be a bit like that in order to, like, sell a storyline. So, as far as I can tell, Danny seems really harmless. Yeah, sure, maybe his tan is a little bit extreme, but, like, he seems fun and bubbly, and it doesn't seem like he's hurting anyone. Except maybe dear old mum, who's forced to do some fake tan.
not go out with Daniel in public looking quite so orange. He looks tarty, he looks a bit arrogant, almost drag queen. Danny's look has affected the family life, especially with his sister, because I think she gets quite embarrassed.
I started wearing makeup
That's
at high
hurtful.
school when I used to have acne, and then I found myself using it on a regular basis. My acne cleared up, but I was just too addicted to the foundation, so I kept it. And then the pink came along.
He may actually have a few people who are laughing at him as opposed to with him, which is a shame because he's such a nice chap.
I would love...
But, like, I don't understand why that's a problem. Like, if you're getting laughed at in public, it's very much one of these things where it's like, it's those people are just trash. Can you imagine? Lawrence Chaney from Drag Race UK said something absolutely fundamentally fantastic in this recent series that they were on. What can you do when you go into a room and people just laugh at you? And that really struck a chord with me because, like, being LGBT, people will always laugh at you. Your fundamental existence is just a joke to some people. And if people are going to laugh at you for being an inauthentic version of yourself that's quite toned down, why don't you just turn that dial all the way up to 100 and just be you? Absolutely cis, off. That awful
Woman.
Oh, that was quite dramatic, wasn't it? Oh, I get very irate. So what this show could have realistically done, which would have made it a much more enjoyable experience and would have really been timeless now, instead of it just being literal trash television, is they could have in some way brought in a style advisor and just been like, this is how we refine your style to make it the best that you can possibly be. Taking it from Bargain to Santi Storm, for example. So at this point in the show, we meet the presenter. Now, pay attention to the presenter's voice, because she's classed as a comedian, but she also voices the voice of this thing called Pod. Now, Pod is like, basically, it's a green screen room. So the like star of this show goes into this pod, and then Pod basically berates the way they look and tears them down and makes them into a normal member of society. So that's what we're going to watch now.
Danny, I feel like you're going to poke my eyes out with those things. What is that?
These are my new babies, and they're made out of foam, and I won't poke your eyes out, don't worry.
What do your family make of how you look?
My mum thinks it's gone a bit OTT, but my sister can't even look at me, so...
Oh, no.
I know. We're very different as well, but we're even more different now.
So is there a lovely, beautiful mister in your life at the minute?
Do you know, there's no one in my life at the moment, and I don't know why no one wants me. I'm glamorous, I'm pink, I'm fluffy, and I'm lovely to hug.
Can you just describe yourself like a little pussycat or something?
Ew, I don't bite.
OK, I've got a little quiz for you about fellas and
Where
things.
did you just get
Do
that
you
from?
spend so long getting your hair and makeup right that you turn up 2 hours late?
Yes.
Have you done that?
Yeah. Well, no, 1 hour and a half.
When you're on a date, are you a very good listener? Do you want to know about the other person? Or is it, Danny, go, pink, la, 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 la.
No, I listen to what they've got to say. But
What kind of a question is that? That's very, I just can't help feel like this is very, rude. Like, if you were conducting an interview with someone, would you ever say that? Like, you don't know this person. You don't know what they've gone through. You don't know how they've come to being who they are. And I do not like when people come into, like, queer identities and just go, is it all about you? Is it all about you? Is it all about you? Because I can 100% tell you, lady, my life is 100% about me. If you want to come and interview me about something and put me on your show, I. It's going to be all about me. And you know what? I have worked my entire life to be able to be comfortable enough with myself to say that.
it is very much about me. Okay, it's all about me.
It's all about
Yeah.
you. You didn't convince even yourself when you said that. Yeah, it's really important to listen. It's not. It's about me. Do you order a nice frugal chicken salad or do you go, bring on the lobster?
I would probably just have another drink.
You don't eat?
Well, because I don't want to mess up my lipstick.
Well, in that case, Danny, I think all I need to say is very, very good luck.
Okay, here we go. Here's Pod.
I am Pod, the personal overhaul device.
Do you see? It's the same woman's voice, so it's just her now basically standing behind a booth and just insulting the people that come on this show.
Who are you?
I am Danny GoGo.
Pod would like to know why you want to look like a toy troll.
Oh, Pod, that's not very nice.
So, Danny, why are you dressing like this?
For attention, and I guess I'm trying to attract the guy that I like.
Is your look inspired by things you might find on a pier?
I don't know what you mean, Pod. Oh my God, you've brought me candy.
Are you wearing candy as a fascinator?
Yeah, it's my new, trend.
Pod computes you've taken more fakery and turned it into frightful fashion.
Oh.
I'm having all of that tap back. Stop eating it.
Oh. No. You've taken away my accessory.
You better start getting used to that. Run. Phase 1. Public analysis.
So basically, this is where the show shows off the contestant to the public and just gets them to berate their appearance so that they can give them a make under.
I asked the public if they would want to snog, marry, or avoid this boy. What do you think they said?
Avoid.
Shall we find out?
Let's go.
I'd definitely avoid because I like natural and there's nothing natural about that lad. And the hair is just, it's awful. It's a mess.
Oh, mate, just a mess.
I'd avoid too much eye makeup, pink hair. No.
You've never had anything exciting to you ever happen in your life, sir.
I would avoid. He's not exactly my type.
What
If it's not your type, then why are you commenting on whether you would date this person? Like, if someone was like, here's this lovely woman who's made a lovely house from cottages, who's made a lovely cottage housewife, is she your type, Luxeria? I would go, well, no, she's not my type because I like guys. So, like, what? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Danny 100% said avoid.
Oh my god.
Pod's verdict is you are a misguided menage monstrosity and you need my modest man magnet make under.
Imagine being called a monstrosity. I know it's all like tongue-in-cheek, like it's for comedy, but this is like, comedy only really works when you punch above you rather than punching down. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I just feel very like, sad.
Run, phase 2, deep cleanse.
Oh god.
Lose the arm warmers. And the eyelashes.
Oh my god.
Looks like a melted troll. Look at that line under your chin.
Yeah, that's a good bit right there. This is the bad bit.
Run.
I must admit, sadly, with fake tan, that does happen. And I'm sure all of you out there that wear fake tan, you know the line I'm talking about.
A make under in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Oh my god, my hair. I think I look more manly.
What do you think?
Let me just butt in there. So you've taken everything whimsical, interesting, and delightful about this person. Granted, yes, they could be a little bit more refined in their style. Of course, we all can be. But what you have done is you've put them in off black jeans and a white shirt and just gone, fashion has been done here on this day. I don't think.
I love it. I love my hair. I look dateable, Pod.
You certainly do. Would you like to hear what the general public now think of your look?
Yes, I'd love to, Pod.
What do you think they said?
Sure about that?
Snog.
Definitely snog him because he looks well fit.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely snog him. He looks like he'd be a good pull.
Oh, so they pull me then?
Most definitely wouldn't marry him because I'm hoping to marry somebody else. But yeah, he seems like a nice guy. I'd probably pop into a bar, buy him a cheap drink, and yeah, go for a snog. Why not? He's cute.
Oh, do I attract bad boys now?
Apparently so. Are you ready to show the world your gorgeousness?
Bring it on.
Initiate pod walk.
It's now time for Danny to reveal his new male model look on the pod walk.
Sorry, my love. Sorry. How budget did that look? RuPaul's Drag Race is doing perfectly fine. Believe it or not, this aired on the same channel as Drag Race. The same channel as Drag Race. Isn't that insane to think of? That, like, this, on one hand, you've got a show that's taking everything interesting about people and just removing it completely. And on the other hand, you have a show that's building people up for international careers now. Isn't that insane? But just, like, how budget does this look? Like, this is the BBC. The BBC!
His new male model look on the pod walk. What will his family make of his pink-free posing?
I think they're gonna see the real me, and I think they're in for a big shock.
I think I'm likely going to have to mute a part of that there because they were playing a literal copyrighted song, which is very fun. So I'm going to put something else over the top, which would make a lot of sense.
I miss my pink hair, but yeah.
What do you think of Pink Danny's mum?
Oh, he looks so smart.
What about the pink hair?
I'm very glad he's gone.
I think he looks really nice like that.
Like it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think that's a huge improvement too.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'm kind of conflicted because I have eyes. I can see that his makeup skills were, you know, they're not like professional makeup artist skills. That's fine. More like makeup artist or makeup enthusiast skills. That's absolutely fine. But the thing is, when someone like dyes their hair pink or has like some sort of fun, whimsical accessory or like dresses in a certain style, I really feel like that's representative of their personality and how they want to be seen by the world. So the idea that this show is just taking it all away and is then just like introducing mum. What does mum think now?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm much happier with you like this.
Like, it just feels reductive and a bit insulty. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I thought we would find out if he managed to keep the style. Oh, so apparently he's just full on changed his style forever. Oh, I see. Oh, well, that's fun, isn't it? Love that. Yes. So now we're going to watch a second video, oh, let me move my microtelefogliale, starring the infamous Emily Boo. Now, Emily Boo is a successful gothic YouTuber here on YouTube. She makes content surrounding goth lifestyle, piercing advice, tattoo reactions, and all things alternative. And I would love to get to know her someday. So this clip that we're about to watch stars her, and I believe it's her ex-husband. We're not going to talk about that very much, no. It's very difficult for me to watch because it really highlights the sort of stigma that alternative modified people suffer, actually, and me included. I used to get this same kind of attention. I feel like this is going to be an awkward one to watch. She was quite young here. Apparently she was 18, and as I've said with everything, everybody's style refines over time. I just feel it's rude and reductive to reduce people's styles and take them away from them. Do you know what I mean? Like, self-identity and self-expression is so fundamental to the human experience. Here is Emily Boo on SNOG Marry Avoid, girls.
I am Pod, the personal overhaul device.
Hello, Pod.
Hello, Pod.
What do people call you in the street?
Freak.
Damn, I was going to use that.
My favourite is funeral.
People call you a funeral?
Yeah, people call us a funeral.
They shout out funeral.
Has someone died?
Apparently so, Pod. Apparently we've died inside.
Emily, has your husband ever bought you a piercing?
Yeah, he bought me my first facial piercing.
Carl, was the florist closed?
The florist? We're not flower people, Pod.
Emily, what quality does the perfect man need to have, apart from the ability to open a tin with his face?
Gotta be able to make me laugh, because if you can't make me laugh, then there's trouble.
Carl.
Hello.
What's with these weird, like, close-up eyeball shots? Like, I don't understand who is the director of photography here being like, do you know what we need? Eyeballs! Needle in the eyeball, girl! Like, I don't understand. Very confused about this whole, just very confused about this whole.
Make Emily laugh.
Knickers. See, it's easy, Pod.
Why have you come before Pod for a make-under?
I think it would be nice to, like, dress up, like, nice, just, like, once to take my wife out to dinner.
Emily and Carl, Pod only understands natural beauty. I cannot allow this GCSE metalwork project to continue.
Okay, fine.
You have been selected for my de-goth make-under.
No! See, that's where it becomes really annoying, when it's just like de-goth, de-identify, take away everything that you've ever known or been interested in away from you. What really frustrates me about this is that instead of saying, like, it's kind of difficult to explain what I'm feeling here. So, like, I would still consider myself goth. I am not the kind of goth that I used to be. I'm very much now, like, CEO goth. I'm very, like, I have business to attend to. I'm the CEO of the business. Goth, but corporate. Corporate goth. That's what I'm going for. So why couldn't she just be like, okay, we're going to give you a slight different variation, but more ordinary in a way that's, like, easier for the public to digest, rather than just being like,
Hello, girls, River Island's at a sale.
No H&M.
As you are married, you will make your make-under choices for each other. Pod computes this as cute.
Thank you,
Okay,
Pod.
thank you, Pod.
Emily, you have 5 seconds to choose a new fashion style for Carl.
Okay.
Jude Law, David Beckham, Brad Pitt, Will Young.
They're all the same. It's the same white man.
Brad Pitt.
Thank you, Emily. Carl, you have 5 seconds to choose a new hair colour for Emily. Golden ash blonde, dark chocolate, warm copper, mahogany brown.
Mahogany brown.
Now choose a new fashion style for Emily. Keira Knightley, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Selma Blair, Kirsten Dunst.
The same woman, all the same.
Kirsten Dunst.
Carl and Emily.
Yeah.
Before I return.
How can you say, like, these people are style icons? They're actors. So, like, they're literally put on clothes that are styled for them, that are in, like, normal... My brain does not compute. How are these people style icons? Like, you could have picked a rock star and been like, they're still more ordinary, but they still have a flair of joie de vivre. Do you know what I mean? Very confused about this whole establishment.
I must scrub you clean. It is time for your deep cleanse. Remove all of your jewellery.
Does that include the collars?
Correct. All of your jewellery.
Okay.
Do you need a magnet?
No.
How about an Allen key?
See, you're just being funny now, Pod.
Spanner?
Hilarity. If you could have a face, Pod, who would you look like?
Carl.
Yeah.
Carl.
Hello?
That's who I'd look like.
You'd look like me?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, with less metal.
Why would you want to look like me?
'Cause Carl is handsome.
Oh, Pod. Thank you. Gotcha.
I can still see alien markings on your face. Remove that makeup.
Okay.
You're asking for a beating.
You are now ready to be made under. How are you feeling?
Nervous now.
Trust in pod.
Okay.
Let the make under
Oh, I
commence.
don't know.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm gonna cry.
Emily, look at yourself.
Well, you look beautiful. You do. You got kind of a Lily Allen thing going. Oh, me.
Oh, so the whole point they picked the style influences was to just be like, what kind of top is this man wearing? We'll put it on you. It's so baggy and shapeless. Like, you could literally make men look so beautiful in tailored clothes. Why would you be like,
Do you know what? Just a baggy blazer, off we go, and a farmer's hat. Yeah, there you are. Normal man.
and so Emily's had the makeover where it's just like brown hair, just brown hair and put a dress on. Brown hair and a blue dress. Is that fashion? Is that fashionable?
If you were to go to a posh restaurant now, do you think they'd let you in?
They'd definitely let us in.
Yeah, but no, but if you would go to a posh restaurant now, like, if you were to dress in, like, tailored gothic couture, then absolutely you would be available to go to a hot restaurant in the centre of London, because they want people that are unusual, very stylistic, leaders of the crowd, not River Island shopping followers. It's just so weird. The language that is used in this show is so bizarre.
Because we're much more
Look at you.
establishment, I guess.
Do you hear the Dark Lord calling you back to the tool shed?
Yes, I do. Very much so. In a very, very, very loud, dark, booming voice.
The make under process is complete. Natural beauty has been achieved.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Pod. Bye-bye.
And that clip ends there, my love. Make sure you go and follow Emily Boo over on YouTube. Her details will be in the description box below, and I will likely tag her in the title of this video because I just feel like these sorts of things need to be seen. They need to be seen to be believed. Like what? All right, my loves, I'm going to push my laptop away from my face there and move my microphone. Oh, can you see her? No, we hope not. All right, my lovelies, we have seen a collection of bizarre little clips today. I don't quite know how I feel about this show. I do feel like it's less dramatic than the ones that I have been reviewing recently. I mean, it's no Toddlers and Tiaras, and it's definitely no America's Next Top Scandal Girls, is it? Let's be honest. But it still is one of these things where it's just like, I don't feel like this kind of show would be welcomed now. I feel like it would be seen as a little bit bullying. I don't know though. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments box below, because it's the like 2000s was a weird time. I look back on it with quite a sort of like nostalgia, because I feel like we were quite progressive and like wonderful. But then I actually see something like this and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh no, it wasn't like that at all. No. Today's Instagram shout out goes to Holly Mahan 1986. Thank you so much for following me over on Instagram, you stunning woman on the go. I actually believe that I may have just hit over 20,000 followers on Instagram, and I want to thank you all so much for going and following me over there, because 20,000 of you, 20,000, what? If you want to be in with a chance of being in my next video's Instagram shout out, make sure you follow me over on Instagram. And I also have another little idea brewing. You'll have to wait and see, my loves. Thank you to my Patreons. You can see yourselves all on the screen right here. And a massive hello and welcome to Jennifer Lima, Rebecca Hopkins, and Sid. And once again, a massive shout out and a huge thank you to my top tier Patreons and channel members. Stephanie Niatupski, Morrigan E. Wolf, Erin Conkle, Caitlin Wright, Steph Utek, Megan Holly, Megustala Goose, Dana Broderick, Moldy Apple, and Orkos Emoji. Thank you so much for your continued support, you gorgeous people. You are enabling my channel to thrive. And with that, my loves, I think I will see you in the next video. And always remember that while your style may be refined, don't ever give away what makes you you. See you in my next video, gorgeous.